Well, I guess this weekend's the weekend. We got the back half from down back. Cut off the chassis I was building for the 52 Chevy years ago that I never finished. Alright. Well, we're going to cut these tabs off this rear. Get this rear out of the way and get this frame in there on the ground, because we got a major weather event coming this weekend, so hopefully it's just going to be rain, but it's like Saturday into Sunday, and then we got another big one hitting us Tuesday, so we ain't going to be able to go to market this weekend, I know that. So we might as well do something productive. Let's start cutting this thing up. I haven't started getting worn out. Bottom tabs I might have to cut with a sawzall. I don't want to burn the bushings up. They're really close on those low tabs. Their rear's off. We didn't hurt the bushings on these lower bars. See how close these tabs were. I'd have had to put too much heat in them with the plasma. These ones are far enough away, I don't think we even hurt them at all. Hoping I can reuse these bushings for now. They've been sitting out there a while. They're still moving though. Pretty good actually. Look. I don't know about these. Oh yeah, they're loose. I guess worst case scenario, they just crumble as soon as you start driving it, right? Well, now the real work begins. I sprayed them. What do you think chances are these coming out? Oh man. Good thing we never tightened them, I guess. Okay. They might come right off. Tad bit rusty. This is just threaded metal I put in there. Ooh. Whoa. Well, at least they came out. Well, now we just got to do a bunch of measuring, figure out where this thing wants to sit. We're definitely going to have to come up off the floor. I don't know how far. I mean, we definitely got to go to the passenger side a hair here, but it looks like we can make it work. We're going to lift this frame up probably about 2 inches maybe off the ground, it looks like. Well, the bag cross member will be 2 inches off the ground. Got these things pushed down. Probably need to strap them down or just take them out. I've got some crazy fitting situation going on down here. Something I had to custom put together with a straight copper and some Legree fittings. I do want to say about this company. It's called Legree or Legris, however you want to say it. Legris. These fittings have been on there for a solid 20 years, right? Obviously, it wasn't driving down the road or it wasn't pressurized the whole time, but still, look at this. Look. Like it's brand new. All right, I'm sure the O-rings in here might be kind of dry rotted, but it's just this company just amazes me. They make a absolutely superior product. It gives you the fizz, right? Like, look at this thing, just sun bleached, 20 years in the rain, still probably seal enough to get you home. These things are expensive. This fitting right here is probably almost $30, but it's 1,000% worth it if you're going to be taking your life in your hands and your vehicle is held up by this stuff. Don't buy those cheap, crappy fittings. Everybody does it. We all do it, but just don't. It's not worth it. It really isn't. I'm sure there's some other companies out there that are half decent, but this company, these things are awesome. Look at the fiber. You can see the fiberglass reinforcement in the fitting. It just amazes me they come out so easy. 20 years in the dirt. Right? Stainless. They're really good, man. Obviously, it's 20-year-old fittings. I'm not sure if the quality's still that good, but I would have to say they probably are. Like, why mess up a good thing? People are buying them, right? I guess there's always that bottom line. It looks like we're already losing that bushing. Thing's crumbling. Hopefully we can still find these Pete and Jake's 1¼ inch bushings. Otherwise, we're going to be cutting the ends off all this stuff and putting different bushings on there. Or heim joints. I guess this one could be heim joints. We could probably just do heim joints on that dog bone if we have to. Make a new dog bone. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to make that greasable with heim joints anyway. It's going to do a lot of moving. And this guy's going to have a lot of pressure on him. He's already crumbling too. There's shot. Alright, we almost need to order bushings before we even weld this thing on there, truthfully. I guess it'll be alright. It'll be close enough. We'll make it work. Realistically, these bars are what's crucial. All this stuff here is not that crucial. It can be a little wonky and still work because they're independent from each other, but this is what's actually locating your rear. You know, these are way more important. Got the whole clip cribbed up 2 inches. And we got the bags clamped down. It looks like we're getting close to where we got to be on these dog bones here. Definitely going to take a lot of measuring and trying to square it up. But my plan for the notches is probably just going to be, I'm just going to build like an angled notch and then break it over the rear and go back to the stock frame. So it's just gonna have like a little jog in it. That's all. It looks like it needs to go that way a hair more, but we're starting to get into problems here with the dog bone on the casting. But that could be this bushing down here that's completely wasted right there. The pivot bushing. I can pretty much wiggle that dog bone all over the place. So we're definitely going to have to get a few bushings before we finalize any welding on there. I think I can get the tabs for the bars tacked on the rear and then at least get the notches tacked in place. And then before I final weld anything, I'll get some bushings. I was just looking, they're about $70 for a set of 4, or a set for 4 bars, and I need 2 sets, so I don't feel like spending the money right now, but we got a lot of other work we can do in the meantime. I'm sure these bushings will be good enough to set it up with. And then we'll just wait to do the final weld until we have the new bushings. We can always cut it off and wiggle them around. I can probably cut these tabs down and use them for these lower bars on there. I'm still debating on cutting the leaf spring perch off, but we'll see. Anyway, this is good enough for today. But one step closer.